So in this video, we're going to get you all set up to compile and execute C and C++ files on Windows 10. The links to all the names of the packages that you need and any download links will be in the description below. So anything I reference, check in the description, it'll be there. So first, what we're going to do, what we're installing actually is called Cygwin. This is a compiler for C and C++. Or like it can work with a bunch of languages, but we're going to work with the C++ side of it today. So in the link description, you're going to click this setup a.exe, and inside of wherever you want to install it, I'm going to install it on my F drive. I'm going to create a new folder and I'm going to call it Cygwin-installer. And then I'm going to open that, and that's where I'm going to save this file. So now we're just going to go to wherever you download it, or you can just click on it here, click yes when it asks you if it can make changes to your hardware. So we're just going to click next, and we're going to install from the internet. We are going to change where we are installing this. So Cygwin 64. So I'm just going to, I created a new folder called Cygwin 64. So you can pick really anything, but I'd recommend just going into your Cygwin installer and then Cygwin 64. And all users is what we're going to install. So local package directory, we're going to change that as well. And we're going to put it to our Cygwin 64. Use system proxy settings, you just leave that as that. So here we're going to click on, it literally doesn't matter whatever you do, but cygwin-constant.com is what I'm going to click on. Just click next. It literally doesn't do anything. So this is where it gets different for whatever languages you are using. Since we're using C or C++, these are the packages that you will need to install. The first one we're going to install is GCC. So we are going to type GCC up here. We're going to open up all, and we're going to open up the devel category. So now we're going to go past all of these, and where you see GCC-Core, we're going to go over here, click on this arrow, ignore this test version for all of these that we're installing, and just install the latest version. So we're going to install 11.2.1, and then we're going to go gcc-g++, and this is the C++ extension. Once again, ignore the test branch and just go with the more recent one. Other thing we need the make utility. So we're going to go past all of these until we find make. We're going to come over here, click on the arrow, click on the newest version, which is 4.3-1. And then the last thing that we're going to need to install is called gdb. And we're going to type that in. This is a debugger, so we are just going to ignore these two test branches and install 9.2-1. So now that we have everything selected on what we're going to install, we're just going to click next. So now it's going to install all of these libraries, and we're just going to click next, and it's going to install these. Okay, so now that we've installed everything, you can add an icon to your desktop, you can add an icon to your start menu, and then you can click finish. So you can literally just do whatever you want. So now in this directory, we have Cygwin. Opening this gives you your terminal window, and like if you do ls, it doesn't show anything, but that's because I create a new directory in here and do like test dev, and I come back over here and I type ls, it's gonna show up here. So inside of wherever you installed, inside of the Cygwin 64 that we created, if you go inside of there, and then you go inside of home, and then you go inside whatever your name is, this is where all your files will be stored that you can compile and do whatever. Alright, so now that we've installed Cygwin completely, you are able to compile C programs with GCC. It has fatal error, no input files, but if you had a C++ or a C file, it'd work. And then with G++, that's how you're going to compile your C++ files. And that will turn it into an a.exe, so you do a/a.exe, and you click enter, and that's how you'll actually execute your file once you compile it. But next week I'm coming out with a video building a very simple C++ program, and then we're going to compile and run it, just to get you familiar with C++. So yeah, that's the end of the video. If you found this helpful at all, make sure you leave a thumbs up so it can help more people. If you have any questions at all, leave them in the comments. I will definitely be getting back to you. And if you want to stay tuned for this entire C++ series, we're going to move into data structures and all types of advanced things in C++, building 2-for trees, hash tables, algorithms to sort, quick sort, merge sort, literally anything you could ever want, we're going to cover in this YouTube channel. And we're also going to touch onto some cybersecurity stuff. So if any of that sounds interesting, make sure to subscribe, and I will catch you next week.